Hello and welcome. This is Ruth and I'm back with my second video on the Treat Yourself gift box die set. So if you haven't seen video 1, this is the box. You can see a lovely little clasp on the top here, and then this one is the one with the mechanism where you turn this around and the little treats drop into this box. And this little tray, and it has a little magnet in there to keep everything from falling out, and you can see the back and the front there. Now, this is really beautiful, and obviously it's an ingenious way of using this die set. It's what it was made for. But whenever I was making this one, I thought I'd like to show everybody how you could get an extra little bit of mileage out of the die set to make something a little bit simpler for days that you just don't want to make this one with all of those little bits and pieces. And when I looked at the shape of it, I thought this actually reminds me of a bow when it's put this way. And I know it's intended this way, but I thought it kind of looked like a bow, and I thought I would make a very simple bow box from it. So the links to the video for this one will be down below this video in the description, and you'll be able to see it there in all detail, and it will show you exactly how to do this one. I just thought that video was getting a little bit long to add the next one on, so I'm going for a second video. So don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, to do that and hit the notification bell. And that way you'll see more of these as they come along, and if I do add second videos for any of the other die sets that you've had a look at and might like, you'll be able to be kept up to date with those as well. Thanks very much for doing that also. And don't forget, if you have enjoyed it, at the end to give me a little thumbs up and leave me a little comment too and let me know what you think about it. So there's the die set, just a very brief look through it. That was very brief, wasn't it? So I've taken this die, this time I've taken this one. So that's the large die that I have used to cut out the main part there, and I've cut that out twice. So this time we're using it in this orientation. And I've cut it out twice, and I've also held on to these little pieces. So think of this as a little bit of paper piecing. We want those kept in there. So I've actually run this part of the die through the machine again. I didn't need this second part, and I've got myself this panel this time. And I'm going to go from just where this narrows in at the centre and cut that off straight up there. So now I can turn this over and add some glue around the outside of this one, and whoops, pop that on there. Now we want to be sure that this is going to be in exactly the right place, because you don't want any of that popping out from behind, so make sure you have it all nicely levelled up. And then you can go ahead and, what I would call, paper piece these pieces back in again. Just pop that in there and that in there, and then you're good to go. So I have done that twice, once for the back and once for the front. So next, to layer up on top of that, I've taken the inner die, and I have only used this top part again, and I had some beautiful snowman paper, just little bits and pieces of it, but I had enough to centre this part over here and know that my snowman was going to be in the middle, and then I flipped it around and set it over another piece, and I've got a snowman in the centre of that one. And you won't even have to do that if your paper is sort of like a multi-pattern right across it. But what I'm going to do now then is cut from point to point down here, right again from point to point. You can do that in your guillotine or wherever, but now I'm going to glue those together, and the most important thing here is just to make sure that they're aligned around the outside edges and glue them in place. Now this centre piece is going to get covered with a bow or a ribbon, so it doesn't actually matter if they are not totally lined up perfectly, but do try to get them as nice as you can, because it keeps it nice and smooth. Next, I've taken these two dies, and this will be the end panels for going along here and here. So I've cut 2 of these, and I've cut 4 of these. Now I've cut them in the same cream 300, or it's ivory white actually, the 300 GSM card, and then I have folded back all the little score lines. So as you can see, you must just remember to be aware, if you've got a pattern like this that has a right way up and a wrong way up, just be aware that you've got to keep that in mind. So when you're doing the side panels then, you'll want to add something on that if you're going to cut it out, then you need to remember to keep it going that way, and use these little panels for that as well. So I have cut 2 of those with the little snowmen, and they're going to go here and here. But first of all, I have cut these ones and I'm going to add these on. So I want to just add these little panels on along here. So I'm going to glue one on there, and here, and then I'll come right back, and I don't want to glue these other pieces on yet until I have this done. Now I can take my base panel and glue it on here. So that will then become one of the sides, but one will open and one won't, so this will be the one that will stay closed. And I'm just going to glue that on and make sure it's all aligned. Then whenever I have that one on, this will stabilise the rest of it so that I can actually add the top on. So these 2 pieces don't have anything to connect them. So I've gone ahead and I've cut 7 of these little die cuts out, and I'm going to just fold them in half, and I only need 2 of them for this part. So I folded 2, and when I bring this across here, I'll be able to just glue that together there, and then this piece will go over the 2 corners. That's both corners stabilised there, and then I want to stabilise the centres before I go ahead and add the top on. You could probably add this on now and then do that later, but I like to do it just at this stage. So I've got 2 more of these, and I'm folding them in a valley fold this time, and then I can just put glue on there and there, and whenever I hold this together, I'll be able to pop that right into the centre where those 2 join, and hold that for a moment or 2, make sure it all lines up, and that will hold those nicely together. Then you can flip this around, and remember which way it's facing up. Just flip it over like that, and you'll be able to add glue all along those panels and add the other side on. And then now you'll be able to go ahead and glue all of these little panels in between here and here. And I should have said, actually, I'm going to put one of these on here and here, and I'll only glue one side of that, and that will stabilise the lid. Now to make the little piece that opens and closes, you just want to take the 7th one of these and cut it down the centre. And this will be going on here, so I'm going to glue it on here and here, but I also want to add these pieces on here. So I'm going to glue this on first, right up there, and that keeps everything looking uniform the whole way right across the little box. And that one, and put them right up to the very edge there, so that it looks like it's a continuation whenever you put it actually add it onto your box. Don't be putting it back like that, just right up to the very edge. And then we can go ahead and glue this in here. I'll put this on first maybe. So we're almost finished now, and all I want to do is cover up these joins and add a lovely ribbon onto it. So I've got some of the Crafters ribbon, the Craft Perfect stuff, and this is the red polka dot. And I've cut it just to measure right around here, and this is going to be the front, so I want to glue it on there and bring it right around and join it right underneath where my little bow is going to be. So a little bit of glue just in there. You could actually add double-sided tape onto the back of that, and that would do just the same job, but I thought I would like to have it just a little bit loose rather than tight the whole way around there. What I mean is I don't want it glued to the box the whole way around, so I'm going to glue that on there and this one on here. And then I've made myself a little bow out of the same ribbon with a little bit of red in the middle, and that's going to go on there. Probably should do this with my glue gun. In fact, I might come back and do that off camera because my glue gun isn't turned on at the moment and the other glue was just right beside me. So there we are. Isn't that really pretty? Now, I know it hasn't got any of the technical abilities that the other box had, but I thought it just gives you another little way of using your die set. So there's the original plan, the way it was intended, with all the mechanism and everything there. And then this is just to give you a little bit of extra mileage out of that die set. You have a look inside here, and you'll be able to see how much space you have for putting things in there. The whole way down that box is open. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I do like to give you extra ideas at times and whatnot. Don't normally put them onto two separate videos, but I just thought it merited it this time because the first one was quite long as it was. But if you have enjoyed watching, don't forget to give me a little thumbs up and leave me a little comment. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do that as well and hit the notification bell. My affiliate links to all of these products will be down below the video, so if anyone wants to use those, just remember that I will get a little commission from that, but it won't cost you anything extra, and I really appreciate everybody who does do that already. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks very much for everything, for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. And in the meantime, happy crafting. Bye bye.